wealth building secrets, right? But today I wanted to share some of the 5 wealth building secrets that the wealthy are keeping away from you. Like I did last on yesterday, I was talking about the cost of a sandwich. The cost of sandwiches are going up. Now, right now, I'm eating an egg, bacon, bread with a aioli or sauce. It's really good. I don't know what it'll cost to get this sandwich at your local grocery store. But like yesterday, I got mine. I got blueberries in there. I got bacon. I added that sauce, just a lot better with the aioli sauce. That's what it's called. When you come to this live, smash the like button, subscribe, follow me. If you're not already following me, you need to be doing that because I have 5 things that the wealthy are keeping away from you that might actually make you rich. Especially in this day and age, where things are becoming very expensive. This sandwich is good. It's good. Like yesterday, I told you to go order this book. It's available on Amazon, so check it out. When I wrote this book, I didn't think we'll be in a situation we're in right now, but it was a projection on what I thought at that time was happening with the economy. All my predictions are now true. The economy is in a tailspin. And there's global risk right now. So the kind of risk that people did not anticipate, right? They were like, oh, things are going to be okay. Things are going to be okay, but there's those black swan events that come in and they change the dynamics of your finances. Next you know, things are not okay. And for those of you out there who are still thinking things are going to be okay, thank you for the like, Diamond. Thank you. How are you doing? These are the 5 secrets that the wealthy are keeping away from you. All right, so I'm gonna expose those 5 secrets. All right, but I'm not just gonna expose them. My dog. Oh, sorry about your dog. I'm sorry. Okay. May your dog's spirit rest in peace. Oh yeah. But these 5 secrets are possibly gonna help you. Okay. Preserve your wealth. It's gonna help you with understanding what you need to do. You guys like blackberries? Blackberries are pretty good for you. Do me a quick favor. Share this live real quick. Share this live so more people can come so we can have a conversation about these 5 secrets with the wealth they're keeping from you. The number 1 secret that the wealth are keeping from you, oh yeah, blackberries they're delicious, is that the wealthy, they make their own sandwiches like this. I made the sandwich. Am I wealthy? I don't know. It's so delicious. They eat their own food. Comment yes in the chat below if you make your own food. And I'll tell you how much you can save by making your own food. That's one secret of the wealthy know, but they don't tell you that. Max Life, what's up? I don't know shit about Diddy. You know, Diddy is rich, but he's in jail. You heard about what happened to R. Kelly? Somebody tried to get him in that jail. I think same shit is gonna happen to Diddy. Yeah. Because there's overwhelming evidence that these rich people, some of them, they know the truth. The sandwich, again, probably cost me like, this is the second one I'm eating, divided by the number of sandwiches. It probably cost me like $2. I will tell you though, the blackberries are expensive. They're very expensive. You know why the blackberries are expensive? Because of the economic situation we're in right now. Go ahead and smash the like button. I only see one smash right there. Do that for me. Follow the channel if you're not already doing that. I'm going to be leaving the link below to this book where I warned about what's happening right now with the economy and nobody was listening to me. Okay? Best animation logos. Okay, yes. If you have animation, yeah, go ahead and support Chris. Okay? I like entrepreneurs. Full best animation logos. All right? Well, do me a quick favor. Hit the like button and share this live. Share this live right now. The real Chris Percy. And I'm gonna also tell you exactly how I can support you. Okay? So share this live and then let me know exactly what you're looking for, because I can give you some consultation services that's gonna help boost your animation services. So I already told you the wealthy, they make their own sandwiches. They also know how to cook their own food. Do you know how much you can save by just cooking your own meal? Do you know the number one thing that most people spend their money in is eating outside? This sandwich is so good. Type recipe on the chat below if you want to know how you can save money by cooking for yourself. And I'll be sharing. In fact, I'm going to leave the link to the recipes on some of my favorite dishes somewhere in the description below. At the end of this live, this coffee right here that I'm drinking, it's got honey, got milk, it's got 3 teaspoons of espresso. I think that's it. It didn't cost me anything but a little instant coffee that I got, for like $8. But have you seen how expensive instant coffees are? If you went to the supermarket, they're going for like $13, $14 and all that stuff. That's very expensive, folks. The wealthy will make their own coffee. No shame in this game. I'm telling you right now. Again, the blackberries, I'm eating those. They're really good. They're really healthy. All right. What is this called? Turkey bacon. It's very good. The wealthy make their own bacon. And then on a Saturday or something like that, well, let me go get breakfast. Next thing you know, you're spending $40, $50 on stuff you could have cooked in your own kitchen. It costs too much money just to enjoy a piece of bacon. What? I've told you two things. The royalty cook for themselves. They make their own coffee. The next things I'm going to be telling you, go right now. Go grab this book. Go to Amazon right now and grab this book. When you grab this book from Amazon, it's called The Ensuing Recession. The Ensuing Recession. The Ensuing Recession. Go look at it. Grab it right now. It's available in paperback on Amazon. The Ensuing Recession. It's going to tell you exactly what's happening from a geopolitical perspective and how your finances are about to change for the worse. There's two things I told you the wealthy are keeping away from you to preserve wealth. They're saving money by cooking for themselves. They're avoiding a lot of dining out, restaurant eating and stuff like that. Go get this book, The Ensuing Recession. They're making their own bacon, folks. They get to enjoy healthy food from the comfort of their own home. Type recipe in the chat below, and I'm going to tell you exactly the money-saving recipes that I've been coming up with, where you can prepare the same recipes in your own kitchen and you can save money. Type me in the chat if you're ready to save money. Type me in the chat if you're sick and tired of paying too much money. Each time you go out, you spend $50, you spend $80, $100, $200. One time I went to a restaurant to celebrate an occasion, and the restaurant was like, no, we don't take cash. You don't take cash? And it costs a lot of money just to build that restaurant. So we're going to be in a situation now, cash, which is a legal tender, may not be accepted everywhere. What are you going to do when that happens? What are you going to do and the sheer embarrassment of going to a restaurant expecting you could use your card or something, cash? They said, no, you're going to use your credit card. Again, welcome to my life. My life is for selecting individuals that are looking for money-saving tips. These money-saving tips may be actually helpful to you, particularly now that a lot of people are possibly losing their jobs. Again, that's a big problem. People are losing their jobs, or people are going to lose their job. If you think you've seen corporate layoffs, you haven't seen anything yet. We're talking Silicon Valley companies, okay? We're talking the government space. We're talking entrepreneurs not having access to capital. We're talking a whole bunch of stuff, excuse me real quick, that's going to change the dynamics of what it is that you think you know about the economy. And while you're at it, I've just published another book. This one right here. See it? The Fork in the Road, a reskilling guide for laid off workers. The Fork in the Road. You need to go check that out ASAP. Go check that out. The reason you need to check that out is going to help you. Okay? This one right here, The Fork in the Road. All right? But I owe you 3 more reasons why the wealth is keeping stuff away from you. Oh, by the way, while you're watching me right now, you can support my coffee fund. Do me that quick favor. That link right there, click it and support my coffee fund. That helps me save money, and you should be saving money too. All right. So I'm getting ready to dive into the topics I was talking about. All right. But before I do you have any questions? Drop your questions somewhere in the Q&A section real quick. Drop your questions somewhere in the chat. Okay? Whatever questions you have. Besides people promoting, and see a lot of people, they come in here, they promote their businesses. That's fine and dandy. You can promote your business however you want it. As an entrepreneur, I support fellow entrepreneurs trying to make good with their businesses. But I'm going to need you to participate. Okay, type me in the chat if you're ready to level up with yourself right now, because I'm about to drop the remaining 3 things that the world is keeping from you. And this is going to be life-changing. Okay, do me one quick favor. Go grab a piece of paper and a pen, something to write with. But you're going to need to activate some of this stuff that I'm telling you right now. You're going to need to say, hey, look, I'm ready to stop being poor. I'm ready to accumulate wealth. I'm ready to learn exactly how the economy is changing and how I could be a part of the solution. I'm ready to say, hey, look, you know what? What happened to me yesterday is not going to happen to me today. I'm ready to say, now's the time that I'm going to build my wealth. Well, how are you going to build your wealth? How are you going to stack up the chips like this? Okay? If you don't have the right financial knowledge. That's why financial literacy is very important in today's day and age, because there's a lot of things that are happening that are going to take people away from this mere fact that it's not the same economy. You saw me eat all these sandwiches. It gave me this energy to start talking to you. Did it cost me anything? No, because I cooked it myself. I prepped the sandwiches. I got the ingredients and I've been eating it. It's the same thing that if I go out there to try to buy a breakfast meal, like I was saying, next you know, I've spent $20, $30, $40 just to get a sandwich and some coffee. That is insane. And that's not all. You want to go buy some meat, you go to your neighborhood grocery store, and things are not what they are. I told you a story yesterday where a buddy of mine went to get some meat, and it cost like $45 for a pack, $50 for a pack of meat. It wasn't even like Angus beef. I bet it wasn't Angus. $50. Where's that leading the economy? Who right now in their right mind has a lot of money to throw away because they want to eat out? $100 here, $200 here, $50 there. Lunch, $20 there. It's insane the way the economy is right now. It's insane that people have to fight to have food. It makes absolutely no sense that in 2025, June, this is summer in the United States, folks, with the summer solstice has started. What do you think people do during the summer? They want to have fun. All right? There's nothing wrong with having fun. But do you know how to save money while you're having fun? Do you know what to do right now to get your portfolio ready for what's coming next? Do you know what's going on? Okay? And I think you should be. You should be saying to yourself, you know what? I've seen a lot of things happen, and now's the time that I'm going to change the way that I address my financial situations. Okay. Did you get something to write with? Do me a quick favor. I see you watching right here. Give me a quick thumbs up. I also need to see some loves going on right now. If I don't see this, I'm not going to turn on I'm not going to tell you the remaining of this stuff. Because I need you to engage. Engagement is what's going to help. Okay? I'm about to share some life-changing information right now. I only give you 2 just to see how interested you are. Okay? And the 2 that I gave you are going to make it a lot easier for you to realize that sometimes it's not about what you think is happening to you. Sometimes it's all about what you can do to change your particular situation. Okay? We don't know what the oil prices are going to be right now with the thing that's happening over there. Okay? People are throwing things back and forth. You know what I'm talking about? It's supposedly going to possibly lead to WW3 again. And I'm not talking about the entertainment industry, if you know what I mean. Okay? But you have to understand how the geopolitics plays in your chips, stacking your chips, making money, and figuring out how to build wealth, preserve wealth, and possibly transfer wealth to the next generation. How do you transfer wealth to the next generation? You got to know how to structure your enterprise. The guy right there trying to say, hey, they do animation, logos and stuff. It's all fine and dandy. But how is your organization structured? Is it structured for the long term or is it structured for the short term? You got to be able to realize that. Again, remember, I'm going to be placing the link to this book down in the description below. Make sure you grab that book. In fact, I'll do you one better. I'm going to be placing the link right now while we're live. I'm going to place the link, and you're going to do me a quick favor. Do me a quick favor. Also, see it right here where it says buy me a coffee. Go ahead and tap into that. I really appreciate you if you can help me, because when you support me by doing exactly what I'm saying you should do, you're going to find out that at some point you're going to gain exactly what you need to gain in terms of from a financial perspective. You're going to become your own guru. What do I mean by becoming your own guru? It means you are capable of changing your environment. Okay? You're capable of changing your environment because that's something that we are all capable of doing. But sometimes people don't want to do that. They don't want to do that because in their mind, they think there's something unexpected that's happening. And so therefore, they're just going to sit around. Okay? But let me tell you exactly how you can become a master of your own environment. All right. And I'll tell you right now, because again, I've been talking about these strategies for quite a bit. And a lot of people are just sitting on the sidelines. It's okay to sit on the sidelines, but my question to you is, how long are you going to sit on the sidelines? How long are you going to sit on the sidelines and think that you are not going to be part of the solution to your own problem? Because let me tell you something. The moment you realize, that it's not just about you, that's when you're going to make that change. The moment you realize that in spite of the geopolitical and economic changes that are happening, that you are capable of lifting yourself, lacing up your boots, and getting out there and looking for a way to preserve wealth, you're going to realize that you're actually doing exactly what you need to be doing. And I've told you a lot about the situations that's materialized in some situations that makes absolutely no sense. And they make no sense because in this day and age, in 2025, again, we are right smack in the summer. Okay? The details that I'm talking about, the actions that you need to be taking right now, you can be doing like right after this live. Okay? These are the same thing that people have been doing from time immemorial, right? They've been doing this stuff, but nobody's been saying nothing about it. Nobody's been saying nothing. They'll be like, you know what? Oh, okay. So here's the link. I'm about to post the link right here. Okay? You need to take this link right here and you need to go straight and go grab this book. Within that book is going to tell you about the strategies that people have been employing. These are the same strategies that's allowed them to level up with themselves to be able to then say, you know what? I learned about this on the live, okay? And I'm going to do the best I can, okay? So I want you to find out these secrets, these 5 world-building secrets that they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know this because at some point, it's going to make it a lot difficult for them to say, hey, I don't know how they found out about this, okay? They found out about it because somebody's been telling them about it. So I've dropped the link right now in the description of this live below. Grab the link right now, and you're going to see exactly what I'm telling you about. What do I mean by that? Okay. The ensuing recession, how to ride the entrepreneur and cryptocurrency ecosystem during an economic tsunami. I know it's a long title and also a mouthful, but the financial world has always been interconnected. What happens in Tokyo can be felt in Los Angeles, and the madness that's happened in Los Angeles can be felt in Hong Kong. What is happening right now across the United States could send economic chaos into the global system. Not that we don't already have economic chaos, but this is going to continue in the short to long term. Okay, what happens if all you see on the news are massive corporate layoffs? I've told you how Intel is going to be laying off people. Do you know why Intel is going to be laying off people? It's going to be about 10,000 people. You know why? Because they're not competitive enough with the AI. They're probably going to save more money using AI right now. So again, remember, I've dropped the link to this book right now, The Ensuing Recession, How to Write the Entrepreneur, like the guy that wanted to sell me animated logos and whatnot, and the ecosystem with cryptocurrency during an economic tsunami. It's going to be a huge wave of economic calamity that's coming. This wave is going to be unlike what you've seen before. You may have seen it before. There was a downturn in economic activity during the pandemic. But I will submit to you that right before the pandemic, I kind of saw this happening. And then we'll get into the pandemic and people were overspent. They were relying on the economy and the markets. You guys remember about stimulus? There was a lot of stimulus money that was pushed out of there. People had access to capital, but they were not investing in the right things during the stimulus era. As we came off the stimulus, there was a influx of capital into certain industries that they thought was going to kind of stabilize the economy. But we saw that did not stabilize. But at the same time, there was movements from the technological space that made a huge difference. So much so now we have artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence obviously is a good thing, but people are thinking that artificial intelligence is exactly what's making a lot of people nervous, because you can displace their jobs. And it's about to happen. I told you about these companies that are already saying they're announcing layoffs. Okay. I told you about the federal space is announcing layoffs. Okay. But let me tell you something. The worst is yet to come. The worst is yet to come. Again, I told you about two things you should be doing right now. You should be what? Cooking for yourself. You should be making your own sandwiches. You should be packing your own lunches. Okay? If you're ready right now to level up with yourself and learn exactly the steps that I've been telling people that they need to be taking right now, this book right here, The Ensuing Recession, is available right now on Amazon. The link to the book is somewhere in the description below. Tap that link and go grab you this book. Grab it, and we're going to have a conversation about exactly what you need to be doing and not to be doing. And if you've been doing the wrong kind of stuff, you can reverse course. How? Because by changing exactly how you can elevate your game right now, because it's all about elevation. Can you elevate your game right now? Are you capable of saying, you know what? I've been doing the wrong thing. Now it's time for me to say, you know, I'm going to do the right thing right now. I'm going to do the right thing for myself. I'm going to do the right thing for my family. I'm going to do the right thing because I know the cost of just daily living are skyrocketing, and I don't have access to resources to be able to counterbalance the changes. And that's why I wrote this book. The link to the book is somewhere in the description below. Click that link right now and go get it. Okay? Go get it and find out the number 3 reasons included in what I'm talking about. Okay? The link is somewhere right there below. Find out the 5 world building secrets they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know this stuff, because once it's exposed, people are going to realize, oh my God, he told us we should be cooking for ourselves. He told us we should be making sandwiches. But the number 3 tips that's in this book, they're going to be life-changing. The link to the book is somewhere in the description below. Go ahead and grab it. And I'm going to come back later on and we're going to have a conversation about those steps that I talked about. Okay? But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to be telling you more tips. I'm going to be telling you more tips about how in 2025 you can actually preserve more wealth. Okay? And for the I'm gonna need you to like right now. Go ahead and click the like button. If you're ready to level up and help me buy some coffee, I appreciate that also. But let me tell you some tidbits real quick, okay? Go grab something the right way. Go grab something the right way because I'm about to drop the value bomb. The value bomb is about to get dropped. I was just seeing who is gonna hang out with me for quite a bit. If you coming on this live right now, the Fork Reskilling HQ is here to help transitional federal workers specifically, but in general, if you're anybody that owns a business, if you're anybody that is about to lose your job, these resources that I'm providing right now are going to help you level up with yourself because at the end of the day, you need help. Just like Diamond came in and told me what they were going through, I'm sorry to hear that your dog died, but I'm telling you something you need to be doing right now. All right, you ready? Go grab something the right way. Go grab something. I'm gonna wait another 30 seconds. I'm gonna wait another 30 seconds. But before I do, I need you to type yes in the chat. Can I get a yes in the chat? Yes, yes, yes. Type yes in the chat right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I need you to type yes in the chat. When you type yes in the chat, I'm going to continue the conversation. Type yes in the chat. Let's go. Again, I'm going to share a couple of more of this life-changing information, okay? Because I'm going to need you to take action on this life-changing information. The reason you need to take action is when you take action, this guy's thing is still here, but I'm going to leave it because I'm trying to help promote another small business, okay? But the reason you need to take action is by taking action, you're going to realize that these are the steps that the wealthy are using. They're using these exact steps to tell folks about what needs to be done. Okay, you got something right with? Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you this one, okay? First off, you have to understand what is money. What is money? What is cash? Why do people always say, oh, money, 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 money? Why is it that people like money, but they don't know exactly what to do with money? Why do people sometimes think that by holding on to money, that they might change the trajectory of their wealth accumulation? I'll tell you the reason why. Because you have to understand what money is. Money is always moving. Can somebody type in the chat, what is another name for money? Type it in the chat real quick. Money is what? What's the name of money? And I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean. What is money to you? Is it something that you hold and preserve, or is it something that is doing dash? And that thing that money is doing, you can put in the chat. Let me see who's going to get that answer. What does money always do? What is it doing? Okay? Money is always doing what? It's always moving. That's why money is another name for money is called currency. Current. Okay? So to move, there's got to be waves within the water that makes the money move. But the goal is, how do you keep the money? How do you keep the money that's always moving? How do you keep something that you grab and then it's gone? Money is always in motion. When you understand what money really is, then you're going to understand exactly how to preserve money. You're going to understand that in spite of what I wrote about the ensuing recession, back before the pandemic, I told you about this same scenario. I called it a black swan event. We got it right now. We got a trifecta of black swan events. I'm going to say it again. We have a trifecta of black swan events, the likes of which I don't think the world has seen before. First, you have economic calamity. What do I mean by that? You had this trade wars that's been in around about 6 months. Okay? Now you have geopolitical calamity, where you have countries on fighting. These countries are fighting in Europe. They're about to start another one in the Middle East. They're doing this, they're doing that. People are saying, oh, hey, what are we going to do? Businesses cannot get access to the resources. And let me tell you why that's important. Nobody likes risk. Do you like risk? But let's face it, life is full of risk. So if the risk to do business somewhere else is being impacted with the risk to do business here, what do you think is going to happen to consumer confidence? Consumer confidence is going to suffer. And when consumer confidence suffers, there's going to be less likelihood of people spending money. And that's why I told you that these are the 5 wealth building secrets they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know these wealth building secrets because once it's exposed, it'll be checkmate. It will checkmate because, like I told you before, people have been constantly trying to understand exactly what money is. And to the extent that money is always moving like a wave, to the extent that you have fiat money always moving, you got to ask yourself the question, how does the crypto economy have anything to play with? People have been now saying, hey, this is probably the best time to go acquire gold, acquire silver. But is that true? If you have gold and silver, are you going to be keeping and hoarding the gold or silver? Or if you were to make $1,000 profit, okay, because the spot value of gold went up, does that mean that you're going to necessarily make some money? I don't know. I want you to think more strategically. How is the global economic climate going to impact your pocket? Okay. All right. So I'm getting ready to tell you the wealth building strategy that you need to know about. Okay. So remember I told you money does what? It flows like the waves. So money is currency. That means it's always moving. So if money is always moving, you need to figure out how to tap into the money that's moving. You don't just need to sit out there and let the money come through, move, and then you're going this. Hey, come here, come here, come here. So I've told you to cook for yourself and limit eating out. Figure out how to like make bacon and eat your own sandwiches, save you some money. So you don't leave every time and the money that's in your pocket, sometimes you don't anticipate spending it, but because you go out, you spend it. But yet, you're not getting good returns on your investments. So what does that mean? You got to be strategic about how you spend money. All right? Now, let me ask you this. Do you know how to create money? You can't create money because the fiat money is what? Printed. But as an entrepreneur, you can actually make moves that make money appear. You can actually make money come through. That's what's great about entrepreneurs. They can actually create money from thin air. They know how to do that. But to the extent that money is always flowing, like the waves in the water, it's flow to the left, flow to the right, to the back, to the front, flow, flow, flow. Money is always moving. But how do you catch something that's always moving? That is the challenge, isn't it? Well, you need to know how to structure. That's how you can catch it. All right? How do you structure something to be able to tap into the money that's always flowing, always moving to the left, to the right? How do you structure something? Okay? That's a challenge. And I'm telling you, this is the same challenge that a lot of people have been trying to understand since time immemorial. All right? So I'm going to tell you 2 strategies that you need to learn. How do you keep money? And I'm not talking about the budgeting piece. When I was talking about, hey, how do you save money? That's got nothing to do with the other thing I'm talking about. You got to understand exactly how all of these components work together. They all work together by the actions that you take. So money is flowing, but you need to catch the money as it's flowing. And the way you catch the money as it's flowing is you have a structure, okay? You can either have an LLC, you can have a corporation, you can even put your money in what they call investment structures, all right? So have you guys heard about, again, I'm talking about from a business perspective. Have you heard about a solo? Type yes in the chat if you've heard about a solo. Have you heard about a Roth IRA? The different things you can do with these structures. So I give you another two, right? So I gave you saving money, trying to budget the money, and telling you that money is moving, but then creating money. But now, after you create the money, how do you get it to multiply? Can you multiply the money that you just created? That's another strategy. This is something that the wealthy are doing that they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know these strategies. And the moment you realize this strategy, it's checkmate. You're not going to be in a situation where you're worried all along about, oh, I don't have any money. I don't know what to do with the money, or the money that I have isn't making fun for me. You're not going to worry about that much. Okay. So tell me exactly what you're thinking you should be doing right now. Okay. Type what it is you should be doing right now. If you're thinking that you're getting ready to tap into the wealth secrets and you understand exactly how to implement this wealth secrets, type yes in the chat below. And don't forget, I've already put these resources for you somewhere in the description below. Get into these resources and then be able to exactly know the step-by-step process that you should be using right now to save money, to get more from your hard-earned dollars, to preserve your wealth, okay, and to be able to make it multiply, okay? Structuring is the key to doing that. Once you structure yourself and your businesses the right way, you'll be able to do exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I've left the link to the Ensuing Recession, how to ride the entrepreneur and cryptocurrency ecosystem during economic tsunamis like the one we're facing right now. If you need any help or if you have questions, I also offer consultation services. I'll be more than happy to sit with you one-on-one to explain exactly what I'm talking about. Thanks for joining my live today and have a great rest of your day.